right, in this video, I'm going to show you how to solve a quadratic equation using the quadratic formula, but this time, you're not going to have a perfect square under the square root. All right, let's look at this first example. It says 3x squared minus 4x minus 12 equals 0. And like I said in the previous video, first thing you're going to do is identify your A, B, and C. And then you're going to plug it into the formula. So the formula starts off with negative B. But if you notice, my B is a negative 4. So this is what it's going to look like when I plug it in. It's going to say negative 4. Plus or minus square root. And then I'm going to keep my negative 4 in parentheses, squared for the B. Minus 4 times my A is 3. And then my C is negative 12. All over 2 times 3. Now, if you notice, I have a negative 4. Remember, a double negative is always a positive. So what I'm really looking at is positive 4 plus or minus square root. And also remember from the previous video, everything that is under the square root, you will type in the calculator. So as you can see, I typed in negative 4 in parentheses squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 12 in my calculator without the square root, and it equals 160. So 160 is what I'm going to write under my square root. All over 2 times 3, which is 6. Now, if you notice, 160, that is not a perfect square. So we need to go over to the side and break it down. So what times what is 160? I'm going to use 16 and 10. And then for 16 is 4 and 4. 10 is 5 and 2. And then remember, for every pair, you take one out. I have a pair of 4s. And I know some of you are thinking, why didn't she break down the 4 to 2 and 2? You could have done that as well, and you would still take out your pairs. So I'm going to take out my 4. And then under the square root, I have a leftover of a 5 and a 2. So when I multiply those two together, it equals 10. So 4 square root of 10 is going to replace the square root of 160. So now it's going to look like this. 4 plus or minus 4 square root of 10 all over 6. Now, because I did not have a perfect square and I had to simplify it, this is the only case where you will actually have 3 parts of my heart. So all 3 numbers that are not under that square root, you're going to simplify them. So think of the GCF, the largest number that can divide into 4, 4, and 6. That's 2. So I'm going to divide each one of those by 2. 4 divided by 2 gives me 2, plus or minus. 4 divided by 2 gives me 2. I'll leave my square root of 10 alone. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. And that's it.